Hey guys, welcome back. Miasma Senpai here. It's been a little bit since I did a collection video, and J Chip from the J Chip Show, a good friend of the channel, asked me a long time ago to go over my collection again. And unfortunately, it's not in nearly as good shape as it used to be. But I have added some stuff since the last time I recorded this. There are some like graphic like comics in here as well. There's other like Western cartoon type shows, and while most of it is like alphabetized and sort of like in an order, if you know anything about me, some of it is also very much out of order. But we'll sort of get to that, and I have very weird random stuff like this, which I'll explain in a minute. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like anything specifically in this collection, let me know. As always, I try to recommend people to collect anime and manga if they can, while they can. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Um, the top shelf is a little bit of a mixed bag, but this is one of my favorite things in my collection. This is now and then, here and there, in my opinion, one of the most underrated anime of all time. This is the original DVD set, signed by, I believe, Lisa Ortiz from Anime Boston a long time ago, who is La La Rue in the series, a series that I do love. And there is a random piece of paper under there that is notes from. This is one of the first anime that I showed my father, and he's seen like a ton since then. But he liked it so much that he took down some notes to like discuss it with me after, and we had this like really cool conversation about this series that honestly I wish I could sort of recorded, but it's just a fun memory that I have from that show and with my dad, and it was just this cool bonding experience. But then we have so that's just a random DVD. The top shelf is mostly like box sets and stuff. So this is like I've collected pretty much, I think, all of the Alita manga. So this is the 6 volumes of Mars Chronicles. Then like the original Battle Angel Alita manga. And then all the volumes of Last Order, which go off into like 1 through 5 in these omnibuses, and then 16 through 19 were put out like that. I believe that this is in chronological order. I have not read it all. I've only read up to about like here somewhere. I loved the Alita OVA and the James Cameron film, which is right here. A lot, by the way. So I wanted to pick up the series and I just haven't gotten to it yet. Next up is Durarara. This is a Japanese import version, because I was not going to pay a ton of money for the English copies. And I think now it's on Hulu, so there's that. Made in Abyss Collector's Edition, a limited edition rather. This comes with some cool stuff, including this like little phone case holder thing there. Escaflowne, still have not watched that. It still has a price tag on it, by the way, that's been there for a while. Comic book fans or fans of Coheed and Cambria, the band, will know this. This is the Amory Wars. I have the Amory Wars saga like right here. I have Second Stage Turbine Blade, Good Apollo and Burning Star 4 from Few Through the Eyes of Madness, and in Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3. If you're a fan of the band Coheed and Cambria, you'd know that a majority of their albums are on this big, awesome concept, and these are the comics for those. As a cool Christmas present this year. Next up is the Death Note manga box set, followed by the Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind box set. Then we have the Full Metal Alchemist. It was the box set. I have the box somewhere else here in my house. This is volumes 1 through, take a step here, 27, and then I think it's like the ties that bind. Is that the name of the light novel that they did? But there's that. And then we go back to anime on the shelf, and this is going to start some sort of order. I know this is probably pissing off a lot of people, but here we start with Afro Samurai and the Afro Samurai movie, a Silent Voice, Attack on Titans, I think it's just season 1, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Baccano, the Big O, Black Lagoon, and Black Lagoon Roberta's Blood Trail, Chobits, That is Chrono Crusade. It was hard to tell with the save thing there for a second. Code Geass, seasons 1 and season 2. Cowboy Bebop, the DVD. Cowboy Bebop, the movie. Cromartie High School. Dead Man Wonderland. Death Note. Dr. Stone, season 1, parts 1 and 2. It's kind of annoying that they did that with that. They should just release it all at once, please. Elfen Lied. Edeka 7. This is randomly, I think, part 2. Because part 1 is down there in a different section that we'll get to in a minute. Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's the end of Eva because the series box set is in another spot right now. Then we get to the movies. We have the rebuild movies, 1, 2, and 3. Fooly Cooly, Flowers of Evil, Full Metal Alchemist, the original series. Then Full Metal Alchemist, the movie, Conqueror of Shambhala. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist, The Sacred Star of Milos, Ghost in the Shell, the original movie, and then Standalone Complex, Guilty Crown, Gungrave, another very underrated series in my opinion, Haibane Renmei, Hellsing Ultimate. I have not finished this. I've had it for like years. People are gonna get mad at me. I think it's a little overrated. I almost every like Halloween I try and like go through this, and I just can't deal with the crazy tone shifts that are going on. But someday I will, because I spent a good chunk of money on those. IGPX, the Immortal Grand Prix. A Certain Magical Index, seasons 1 and 2. Inuyasha, seasons 1 through 7. So the whole series. And then we have Final Act in a different spot. The movies 1 through 4. Affections Touching Across Time, The Castle Beyond the Looking Glass, Swords of an Honorable Ruler, and Fire on the Mystic Island. Is This a Zombie? Just season 1. I was not a fan of season 2. Jormungand, another one of my favorites. A great series on here. This is seasons 1 and 2. Together, where is it? Together, Dr. Stone. Kaiba, Land of the Lustrous, March Comes In Like a Lion, a series that near and dear to my heart, one of my favorites. These are wicked expensive because they're Aniplex releases, but worth. Mermaid Forest, Mushishi, I still have not watched that. Nausicaa, the movie, I still haven't watched that either because I just haven't finished the manga. Noragami, seasons 1 and 2, Parasite and the Maxim, Perfect Blue, Princess Mononoke, Phantom Requiem for the Phantom, Ruby, volumes 1 through 7, Samurai Champloo, Serial Experiments Lane, Shakugan no Shana season 2, and Shakugan no Shana, I think it's is it called Final or just season 3? Shiki, one of the first anime that I ever bought was this save edition of Shiki. This and one we'll get to in a little bit, but near and dear to my heart, around 2015, I think, is when I started collecting. And this was one of my first, this was like my first purchase. It was this and one more thing. The Slayers, just the first season in this really weird box set that it came in that is really flimsy. Be careful if you buy this. Soul Eater, the complete series. Spice and Wolf, Steins Gate, Tokyo Ghoul Route A. Tokyo Ghoul season 1 is in a different spot. Toradora, this is just the sub. At the time, I don't think I had a dub on Blu-ray or DVD, but this is here. Just the sub only. I got this at a con. Trinity Blood, Watamode, Welcome to the NHK. This is the other first anime that I ever purchased. This and Shiki I'm putting at Yamada's first time. Jesus. Welcome to the NHK. Amazing show. And yeah, I'll always remember it as one of the first things that I bought. X, the series, Yamada's first time. Thank you, J-Chip, for making me watch that. Yu Yu Hakusho, a series that I'm still watching, but I've started to pick it up. This is just season 1. Then we get to my Makoto Shinkai collection. He's my favorite director of all time. Voices of a Distant Star, 5 centimeters per second. The Place Promised in Our Early Days. Children Who Chase Lost Voices. The Garden of Words. Your Name, or Kimi no Nawa. And Weathering with You. So all the films that he's done so far. We get to some manga here. Everything, at least in this corner, I finished. Silent Voice, volumes 1 through 7. Chrono Crusade, the complete series. Dead Man Wonderland, the first manga that I ever finished. We'll get to some more randomness here. This is a Japanese copy of March Comes in Like a Lion, Volume 1. I got this while vacationing in Japan a few years back. And we're finally getting this in English, from what I heard. So, super excited about that. I have a Your Name art book, also from Japan. Random Pokemon games, then a Yu-Gi-Oh game there. Omega Ruby, Diamond X, Ultra Moon, Pokemon Black, and my favorite of the bunch, Soul Silver. Another copy of Index, because the mail accidentally sent me one that was missing a disc, and when I asked the company, they just gave me another one, and so I just had this extra one that was missing a disc. So, Tokyo Ghoul, the first season collector's edition. The cool Made in Abyss thingy. Here's some randomness. So, this, like, middle spot, I try and keep for, like, stuff that, I'm either, like, lending to people, or it's something that I have, like, on a weird hiatus, and it's sort of, like, to remind me as, like, this big, like, middle finger, in the midst of everything. So Basilisk is something that I started and have had on hold. I don't really have like solid reasoning. It's pretty good. My Hero Academia. This is randomly season 3 because I think seasons 1 and 2 are I'm lending them to someone. Escryed, the box set. It's not up there with the other box sets because I don't know. I thought it just looked cool here. Shout out to Papa Miasma Senpai for these awesome steel bookends that he made. I would give him the shout out there. Some random volumes of manga. This is also like in this middle, flip me off kind of part because I need to get around to these. 20th Century Boys, the first omnibus. Berserk, volumes 1 and 2. Children of the Whales, the first 3 volumes. Jormungand, volume 1. Planetes, omnibus 1 and 2. So those I have not started just yet. And then we're back into stuff that I have read. Flowers of Evil, the complete series. One of my favorite manga of all time. Frank and Fran. The Gods Lie. Goodnight Poon Poon. It's only just volume 1 though. Watamode. What did I get up to? I think volume 11. So I guess another sort of hiatus with that one. Noragami volumes 1 through 18. And then Random 1 and 2 Platinum End. Down here we have the Ava original, like the DVD set, Neon Genesis Evangelion. A signed copy of Your Name from some of the voice actors. I don't remember off the top of my head. Ereika 7, also signed by some of the voice actors. Inuyasha, signed by a lot of the directorial staff from Sunrise. And Kaoru Wada, the composer. Really cool. Met them in Anime Boston. Then we get some more random DVDs, everybody. Rick and Morty, 10 Cloverfield Lane, Steven Universe, seasons 1 and 2, I think. Fleet of Doom. And then back to manga. Volumes 1 through 5 of Inspector. This is also in this sort of middle section to remind me that this has been on hiatus as well. I also watched the anime. That was pretty good. In a manga that I have finished, another one of my favorites, Happiness. I have the whole series, volumes 1 through 10. Then going along with some more Shuzo Oshimi stuff. Blood on the Tracks, volume 1. Inside Mari, volumes 1 through 3. And then Abitsu, Inuyasha, the omnibuses, or the Vizbig, whatever, 1 through 6. Lament of the Lamb, the complete series. Solanin, To Your Eternity Volume 1. This has an anime airing right now that I kind of want to check out because I never really got any more into the manga, which is a shame because this Volume 1 was pretty good. I tend to do that a lot, if you can't tell. Uzumaki, Then my number one favorite manga of all time, Vinland Saga. I have everything that's come out so far, at least here in English, books 1 through 11. Cannot wait for book 12 to come out. And then lastly, we have some more randomness. My Girlfriend is a T-Rex, What Did You Eat Yesterday, Case Closed, Claymore Volume 1, Dimension W Volume 1, Yotsuba, Shaman King Volumes 1 through 5, Tokyo Ghoul 1 through 4, and Zelda Ocarina of Time manga. A lot of these were kind of one-shot taste of manga videos that I did. And then the last thing I do want to showcase is it's not on the shelf, mostly because I do not have the room right now, but I do have that Claymore box set that I did do a video on. So go check that out. But yeah, so this is my updated 2021 manga and anime collection. It's still not, nearly as orderly as I want it to be. Big shout out to my dad again for building these shelves and he actually made the bookends as well. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please let me know down below. Everybody stay safe out there, and thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. My name is Miasma, and I'll see you next time.